Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday morning, and wow, it's actually quite nice today. I've still got the tanks here, still sitting in my garden. I'm just about to wander through the gate that gets me to work. It's a very short commute. There's the workshop, aka garage. We've still got the mess of booth and powder coat gun and all the ovens and stuff like that under tarpaulin, and oh god, everything is everywhere. So update on the unit. Yesterday solicitors finally asked for us to transfer the funds, which was done. It was £21,000. It was actually 21,700, and I think we transferred 21,200 because they've already got £500 on account. So yeah, a lot of money. They, in that statement, they charged for yesterday and today, and I will argue that, well, I still haven't had the keys yet. I ain't paying for yesterday or today, but I paid it now because obviously I just want to get the keys and get in. I don't want to have anything that holds us up. So I thought, well, if I pay that now, I'll chase for it later. Yes, so in theory, so we were told we were going to get keys on Tuesday. Obviously that hasn't happened, but in theory we will get the keys today. Now, I've got a couple of thoughts. We've got to the point now where we've got all the lights out that we had that we already powder coated. So we've got nothing left in terms of non-powder coated stuff. So we can do anything that's stainless or whatnot, but we don't have any orders for any stainless bits and pieces. So that's a bit pointless. Here we go. We'll come into the darkness of the unit right now. The workshop. I'll bring the lights on. It's actually not too bad, is it? You guys have definitely seen it worse in here. I think it's tidy at this end. Yeah, not too bad. But say we're running short of space, with a cable under there. But yeah. I think we're going to be a bit short-handed today in terms of, so Max is sick this morning. He was a little bit ill yesterday. He basically said, I'm not going to come in today, which is fair enough. Just want to make the rest of us ill. Joe's not in because he's been asked to do an extra college day. So I think Cameron's not in either. So I think it's just me, Jamie and Jacob. Which I suppose is okay, given that, I say, we've got really no lights to assemble. I'm kind of just looking at all the parts and bits and pieces, and there's just really nothing. We've got lots of stuff machined, but I say no anodizing, no powder coating. It leaves us stuck. And say Joe asked about, should I do it Wednesday, Thursday or Friday? And I said do it Wednesday, because in terms of his college, because obviously I knew about the keys and I didn't, given that we still don't have our powder coating, etc., in the unit, kind of makes more sense to kind of delay, because Joe typically does most of the powder coating. So maybe this is a good time for people to not be here. We've got a few whisker orders to get out today, which is fine. Jamie's got lots to machine. It's funny, everyone's action is a bit when the order book is quieter, because we've basically just hustled all the way through it, and we're like literally down to, I think there's only 56 lights left to build. Although I'm about to add a bunch more, so we're going to be there's going to be a lot more in there, and they'll change their mindsets. But you get to only a few, and they're all going, oh well, it was only a few. We'll relax a bit. There's a little bit of that, and there's a little bit of where we actually don't have the facility to do it. So it's kind of interesting watching the guys from the outset, because I've personally this week not done really anything in terms of assembly or anything like that. I've been basically doing a lot of admin bits, trying to sort of prep for unit, like literally sat out and done lots of hand drawings. And I don't normally do hand drawing stuff, I'm useless at drawing, but it was just easier to kind of do layouts and stuff. But yeah, it's just prep. The guys got fed up with Joe leaving his shoes and his bottle about everywhere, so they've put it up on the basket up there. I can't wait until when we're in a unit and I actually want to put up some like decent tray and like make it all proper. I was actually going through the board bits and pieces last night, so I had to re-watch the video that I did like when I was last at the unit, and where I really sort of opened up the board and was complaining about it. And I've realised I think it actually makes sense to keep the MemShield 2 board, because it's obviously the MemShield 3 RCBOs fit, and it's got new MemShield 3 RCBOs in there. I think there's 5 of them in there. And I was looking at like cost comparisons, and the idea of doing lean is it's not just about so there is some sort of like cost cutting, I suppose, but not so much. It's more about being efficient with resources. So when something is, you know, like it's fine or it can be reused, why not reuse it? And I kind of realised, I was like, because I was sitting there and thinking to myself, Christ, I'm gonna have to do, you know, like I'm gonna have to take this board down, we're gonna have to do the ball change and whatnot. It's gonna be a bit of a nightmare, and we're gonna be without, you know, that's gonna take me like a load of time, etc. And I was like, hang on a minute, you know, there's already some, I think there's already some 3-phase breakers in there. I don't know what's rated now. I think they're 16 amp, and if they are, that's fine, because I need the 16 amp for the Hydrovane, and the lathe single phase, that's just a 16 amp single phase type C, I think. Can't remember what I've got up on the board in here. And yeah, and then you know, when we get a bigger lathe, that'll probably be like a 50 amp 3-phase, but there is room in the board for it. So yeah, I kind of like now, actually, let's maybe take that apart and, you know, like neaten it up and whatnot, make it better. Because there's always this saying in lean, you know, whenever you get something, it's going to be in the worst condition it is now, and it's only going to get better later, something like that. I'm really misquoting recently, but you get the idea. Yeah, so you know, it's all about improving, isn't it? And why spend out the money? I was like kind of adding up, you know, I was already at like about £400 by the time I started doing the board and whatnot, and it wasn't even complete. And so this actually makes much more sense. I don't know why I just jumped to doing a new board. Plus I don't think there's the room for it because of the way the trunking is, so it would require a lot more work to modify. So yeah, so hopefully we get the keys today. I feel like I've been saying that forever. Really it wants to happen in the morning for me to be able to really do anything. If it happens in the late afternoon, then I don't know, and that's assuming it happens today. Our solicitors basically said we'll contact the other side now, we need to confirm with them when the completion date is, then you sign these 2 documents, and they're just DocuSign ones that you can sign online. So I'm waiting for her to say to me, right, sign them, Chris, and that should be it. And then hopefully then Charlie can give me the code for the key box outside, and we can go down there together, and I'll show you what's going on there. Anyway, have a lovely day, and we'll see you on the next one.